Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. It's Friday night and I'm just starting this. As I said in last week's vlog, which will be up tomorrow by the way, I had a really busy week this week with work, and I'll be honest, I made no effort to attempt to read after work this week. I just felt drained. I still feel drained. Probably today because it was GCSE exams in the morning and they always drain me. Always. Invigilator is such a fun job though. So yeah. Aside, I am attempting to read one book only this weekend because I no longer care about making sure I read my TBRs by the end of the month. That has put me into a book slump and I am not pushing myself this year. But the one book I want to start and finish is The Binding Room by Nadine Matheson. This is the sequel to The Jigsaw Man, which I read last year and loved. I gave it 5 stars, I'm pretty sure. I adored that debut. I did have this book pre-ordered last year, however it came out during my book slump at the end of the year, so I did cancel it. Went to Leeds with Ada and Sophie and saw it on half price and had to pick it up. This is the second book in the D.I. Henley series, and yeah, the fun stuff about crime series or thriller series, whichever you want to call them, is that the sequels very, like, in the sequels of crime series that I've found that I read, you don't tend to get any spoilers in the synopsis for the sequels because they can be read as part of series or as standalones, which I've always loved. So yeah, I am looking forward to reading this one. It is 492 pages, so theoretically I should be able to finish this tomorrow. However, this is me and I have other stuff to do, and yeah, I'm not pushing to have this finished tomorrow to pick up another book. Like I said, I'm not pushing myself to make sure I've got all these books read for TBR. There's no point pushing myself anymore. So yeah, especially when I have 3 weeks off in summer and I am planning on doing a 7-book week, but we don't talk about that. Yeah, so as I always normally say, with thrillers or crime books, I do tend to read them quite quick. For me, if I enjoy the writing, I did enjoy Nadine's work last year, and the writing's not that small on these pages. So I hope to read 10% tonight. I am not pushing myself to read 10% tonight because I feel like I could drop like that. However, just check the pages. 10% is only up to chapter 10, which is a good smallish chunk. That many pages, which is doable for me, I say. So yeah, I'm not going to update tonight. I will aim to update you tomorrow sometime. I'm not going to say I'm going to come to it this time when I finish because that hasn't been happening this year. So yeah. But I will update you sometime tomorrow with The Binding Room. Hopefully by the time you're watching this week's vlog, last week's vlog will have been up for a couple of days. I've edited it, I've got the thumbnail ready. I'm just being a lazy bum and not putting it in the description, and yes, that is how tired I've been this week. I'll stop waffling and see you tomorrow. Sunday morning, I finished The Binding Room last night. It was 10:30, so I didn't update you. 5 stars. I love this book. I love this series. This sequel was the perfect sequel from the debut book, I should say, because you still have the after effects of what happened in that first book, but it wasn't the main plot of this second story. The second story was gruesome, yet realistic, because I've heard the stories myself about what actually happens to people in similar situations. But the main thing I loved about this book is the character arcs, and it's character driven, and the fact it's not just D.I. Henley. You're finding out more about these side characters, I will say, which are not side characters, they are main characters, and you're seeing the development of their relationships and how they all gel and how they work and the inner meanings of their brain and life. I love it. I'm so happy I started this series like as it started, so I'm not having to catch up, but now I have to wait for a third book. I will be starting another book tonight, however not yet because I'm off to D&D. Literally got my shoes on, buses in like 8 minutes, it's 2 minute walk, so I've got time. Do I know which book that will be? No, but I have 2 where I think I should be able to start finishing today, so I'll update you when I get to them. Hi, 9:20 Sunday evening. I did start a second book today. I started Stoneblind by Natalie Haynes, Medusa's story. Obviously retelling of Medusa. I only got 12% of the way through, but I'm happy I read that 12% because when I got back from D&D, I was so tired I didn't think I would read. But yeah, it's okay. I've not read much about Medusa so far. She has a couple of chapters she's mentioned. It's more about the gods. Let's hope Medusa picks up more. But I am going to wrap this vlog up here, even though it is early for me. I'm going to go and unwind by watching a YouTube video and then go to sleep because I am shattered. So a weekend reading vlog, I will say 1 book down. Next week I do have to pick up the pace, so my hope is to finish this by Tuesday night and then read at least another 2 of them 3. Next weekend is a bank holiday here in the UK. Because my work are lovely to us, I do get the Tuesday off as well. However, I'm busy on the Tuesday and I plan to be busy on the Saturday. Let's see. But there's no D&D next weekend even, so I should hopefully be able to just spend at least a day reading. But that will be for next week's vlog. You can tell I'm tired because I'm fluffing my words more than normal. I'm gonna go, and I will see you in my next video, which I have no idea what that will be. But I will see you in the next one. Bye.